People joke that Walmart never sleeps. 24 hours, bright lights, automatic doors that keep sliding open no matter what time it is, no matter how weird the night gets. If you've ever driven past one at 3 in the morning, you know the feeling. Like it's the only place still awake while the rest of the world is dead quiet. But in Benton Ridge, Ohio, there was a Walmart that didn't just stay open, it watched. And if you worked overnight there long enough, it learned you. Evan Cole didn't want the night shift. Nobody ever does. But when you're broke, drowning in student loans, and your car sounds like it might give up on life every time you turn the key, you stop being picky real fast. So when the hiring manager said overnight stalker paid a little extra, Evan said yes before his brain could talk him out of it. His first shift started at 10 p.m. He pulled into the parking lot at 9:47, and the place already felt wrong. Not abandoned, not creepy in a horror movie way, just heavy. The lights buzzed louder than they should have. Half the parking lot lamps were out, leaving these dark patches where shadows pooled and didn't quite move right when cars passed through them. The automatic doors slid open with a hiss that sounded tired. Inside, it was still busy. Families rushing last-minute shopping, a couple arguing over groceries, some teenager getting yelled at for messing with the scooters. Normal Walmart stuff. But Evan couldn't shake the feeling that the store was waiting for something. Or someone. The overnight crew was tiny. Marcus, the night manager, had this soft voice and eyes that never fully relaxed. Lena worked cosmetics, always chewing gum, always with one earbud in even while talking. Doug was older, limped a little, and looked like he hadn't slept right in years. That was it. 4 people in a building the size of a football field. At 11:02 p.m., the last customer left. Evan noticed the guy because he kept looking back over his shoulder, like he forgot something important. Right before the doors shut, the guy turned around and locked eyes with Evan. Didn't look scared, didn't look angry, just sad. Like he wanted to warn him but didn't know how. Then the doors locked. That's when everything changed. The lights didn't shut off, but they dimmed just enough for shadows to stretch where they didn't belong. The constant background music faded into this low hum, like electricity running through bone instead of wire. The air felt colder, sharper, like the store exhaled now that it was alone. Marcus clapped his hands once and told everyone to stick to their zones. Evan got home goods and pet supplies, aisles nobody ever needed at 3 in the morning. At first, it was fine, boring even. Open boxes, stocked shelves. Try not to think about how quiet it was. Too quiet. No distant traffic noise, no outside wind, just the buzz of lights and the soft echo of his own footsteps. Then he heard footsteps that weren't his own. Slow, careful, like someone didn't want to be heard. Evan called out Marcus's name. No answer. The footsteps stopped. When he stepped out of the aisle to check, there was nobody there. Just an empty shopping cart slowly rolling past the end cap like someone had just let go of it. He laughed it off, told himself night shift messes with your head, until he found the dog food. Someone had stacked the bags into a perfect circle in the middle of the aisle. Not messy, not accidental, deliberate. Heavy 40-pound bags placed like a ritual. Evan took a picture on his phone. The screen glitched, the image blurred. Then the phone restarted by itself. Doug showed up right after, breathing hard, eyes darting everywhere. "You see stuff too?" Doug asked. Evan nodded. Doug leaned in close and whispered, "Don't stay past 3, ever." Then he walked away like he hadn't just dropped the creepiest sentence imaginable. Around 1 in the morning, the music changed. No songs, no ads, just a low droning sound under the lights, like voices layered on top of each other but slowed way down. And every now and then, Evan swore he heard his name whispered from somewhere deep in the aisles. The intercom crackled on. Marcus's voice came through, but distorted, slower. "Attention associates, please remain in your assigned zones. Do not wander." That wasn't normal, at all. Evan checked his phone. No signal, no Wi-Fi, just the time and a notification that made his stomach drop. Store closed permanently, 1996. He looked up just as the lights flickered. At the end of the aisle stood someone wearing a Walmart vest. The logo was wrong, old, faded. The person stood too still, head tilted like it was studying Evan, learning how he moved. When it stepped forward, the shelves around it seemed to bend inward. Evan ran. He didn't scream, didn't think, just ran. Past aisles that didn't line up right anymore, a cosmetics section that stretched way too long, a freezer aisle that felt warm when it passed it. He crashed into Lena near the registers. She was crying. "It won't let us leave. It remembers the ones who stayed." Marcus was there too, face pale, staring at the customer service desk. "That thing," Marcus said quietly, "it's not a ghost. It's the store." They explained fast. Over the years, people had vanished on overnight shifts, not reported, not noticed. Corporate covered it up. The building kept what it was given. People who worked too long, people who died inside and never left. At exactly 3 a.m., the lights went out. Not all at once, row by row, like the store was closing its eyes. The thing in the vest appeared again, closer now. Its face flickered between different employees, people Evan had never met, all wearing the same empty expression. "You belong here," it said in a dozen voices at once. Doug screamed from somewhere in the dark. Then silence. Evan bolted for the emergency exit. It wouldn't open. The thing reached for him, fingers stretching too long, scraping sparks off the metal shelves. The doors finally burst open when the first hint of dawn touched the windows. Evan didn't stop running until he hit his car. The store behind him looked normal again, bright, empty, innocent. Later that morning, news broke that the Benton Ridge Walmart was closing permanently. Structural issues, electrical problems, nothing about missing employees. Evan never worked another night shift, but sometimes when he drives past a Walmart late at night, he swears he sees someone standing just inside the doors, wearing a faded blue vest, waiting, watching.